Show starts in 5 minutes.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Men, there's a drive-in movie full of juicy people. Wow! It's a trap! Help! It's Pick! We've had it, men.
A pleasant aroma for you, but not for mosquitoes. Pick is easy to use. Light it and forget it. Pick's aroma keeps mosquitoes, gnats, and sandflies away. Pick is the best protection for barbecues, fishing and camping trips, or just relaxing in the yard.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere, just light Pick and see what I mean? Bye!
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand now. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Today we're interviewing a stomach.
Hello there.
What is life like as a stomach?
Oh, boy, it was humdrum. I mean, until what's-his-name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza?
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
And so now... What's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza, and I follow him anywhere.
Does your stomach send you pizza craving signals? Oh, wow. Tony's, the Pizza Cravers Pizza.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
And now, on with the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the movie quiz. I am your host, Chris Van Nelson, and in just a couple minutes, you and I will embark together on a trivia journey through 50 points of questions, puzzles, all kinds of fun stuff. Tonight is the last regular season game for season 13. I actually literally in the last 10 seconds before the theme song ended posted the standings because I made the graphic and forgot to post it today. So if you want to check that out heading into this final game, you can go to Trivia Man on Instagram. I just posted this week's standings. I think it's close. I think Marley's Chains is 4 points ahead of Helsinki Syndrome, or the other way around. It's close. So whoever ends up with the most points at the end of this mini season will get a Yaddle card for the championship finale, which is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 150th game, 5th anniversary, and season 13 championship. So it's going to be fun. Tonight, our theme is fall fun. Pardon me. It's all every round is inspired in some way, shape, or form by stuff you can do in the fall. I hate summer. I consider summer something to be survived and not enjoyed. But fall, I love it. So let's jump in and start to enjoy fall by opening the in-game portal. Let's get into in-game mode. Yes, there we go. And now we can move it over to the movie theater and start our choose wisely. Our choose wisely round is apple picking. It's all questions where you have to pick the right answer for the apples. I'm just checking the yes, summer stinks. Halloween is the best. I can't do. I live for Halloween, but I can't do it before October 1st. It just feels unnatural to me. I can't make it happen. But it will. Come October 1st, the strike of the clock, it's going to happen. All right, so here we go. Here is your first apple question. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids inventor Wayne Szalinski blows up multiple apples while experimenting with his shrink ray until what plaything accidentally disrupts the device's overpowered laser, making it work? Is it a toy dinosaur, a Lego, a remote control car, or a baseball? Pick your correct apple answer. You get it? Apple picking. Hilarious. Sorry, my voice. I didn't have my my regular Wednesday game tonight just now, but I did host a game in the city, so my voice is a little burnt out. All right, so Wayne Szalinski, who blows up a bunch of apples until the kid next door, Ron Thompson, knocks it. Whoa! It didn't give me the. I didn't do the answers for the. Did I not do the answers for this one? Again, I didn't do the answers. But it's a baseball. It's a baseball. Goes through the window. All right. I see. So hang on. I'm bringing back. I'm canceling myself because I didn't do the answers here. But you'll see them over there. All right. What is the name of the fictional Renaissance painting at the heart of the theft plot in Grand Budapest Hotel? Is that painting called Eve with Apple, Aphrodite with Apple, Boy with Apple, or Newton with Apple? Yeah, I didn't. I forgot to. I thought I did a good job this week, but I missed something. Forgot to update the. To make the answer slides for this round. Oh, well. What can you do? Oh, also, I was at, I had to tune out of the Liberty game. So if anyone's watching the Liberty game, you can throw updates in the chat. They were not doing well at the half. All right, so your answer for this one, the fake painting in Grand Budapest, is see, I'm on autopilot. It's Boy with Apple. Boy with Apple is your answer. All right, question number 3. It's long. It's a long one. In Wrath of Khan, James Kirk nonchalantly eats an apple while confessing to cheating on what unwinnable Starfleet Academy test? In Star Trek 2009, we see Kirk beat the reprogrammed exam while also cockily munching on the fruit. Is that test called the Mendem Barahi, the Zindi Narada, the Kobayashi Maru, or the Botany Bay? What do you call that test? He's eating an apple. The apple apparently in Star Trek was a reference to Shatner eating an apple while delivering that line as a character choice. All right, so there's a little bit of trickery in this one, a little bit of a red herring that in Wrath of Khan, Botany Bay is the name of Khan's ship, but the name of the test is the Kobayashi Maru. Kobayashi Maru is your answer. All right, question number 4. In his first solo film, Doctor Strange practices his temporal manipulation by replenishing an eaten apple while learning his way around the Time Stone, which is kept in what? Is the Time Stone kept in the Eye of Agamotto, the Eye of Horus, the Eye of Providence, or the Eye of Ra? Where is the Time Stone kept in the original Doctor Strange? Doctor Strange 2016, before he entered the Multiverse of Madness. All right. The Time Stone in Doctor Strange is kept in the Eye of Agamotto. The Eye of Agamotto is your answer. All right. Question number 4. There is no record of him trying to kill somebody. That's a really serious accusation, and it's historical revision. Said whose grandson of a scene in the scientist's biopic where he injects his professor's apple with potassium cyanide? Was that Albert Einstein's grandson, Robert Oppenheimer, John Nash, or Stephen Hawking? There's no record of him trying to kill somebody. That's a really serious accusation, and its historical revision said whose grandson of a scene in the scientist's biopic where he injects his professor's apple with potassium cyanide. All right, time is up for this one. That scene with the poison apple, much to the chagrin of his grandson, was in Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is your answer. All right, question number 6. Indiana Jones ratchets up his flirting with Willie Scott by biting into a delicious-looking Granny Smith after the singer declines a gross and racist meal in what home of the Maharaja and front for the Thuggee cult's Temple of Doom? Is that the Mysura Palace, the Bengaluru Palace, the Ramba Palace, or Pankot Palace? Once again, Indiana Jones ratchets up his flirting with Willie Scott by biting into delicious Granny Smith after she declines a gross and very racist meal in what home of the Maharaja? That's also the Temple of Doom is underneath. Spoiler alert. All right, so 3 of these are actually real palaces in India. One of them was made up for Temple of Doom, and that one is Pankot Palace. Pankot Palace. I keep thinking that I have the answer reveal here, but I don't. Pankot Palace is your answer. All right, looks like the toughest question so far of the round. All right, here comes question number 7 for real. His curse lifted, Captain Barbossa makes his return, chomping on a juicy apple right before the credits roll. In which Pirates of the Caribbean sequel? Was that little stinger scene in Dead Man's Chest, At World's End, On Stranger Tides, or Dead Men Tell No Tales? His curse lifted. Captain Barbossa makes his return, chomping on a juicy apple right before the credits roll. In which Pirates of the Caribbean sequel? All right, so he sits. I think he's in every other movie after it, but he sits Dead Man's Chest out for the most part, but comes back right at the very end. It's Dead Man's Chest. Dead Man's Chest. He's obsessed with apples, this guy, because he couldn't taste apples when he was a moon zombie. All right, and our final question of this round. Which of these actresses has not played the poison apple slinging evil queen in a live action Snow White adaptation? Who is the odd one out? Your options, are Gal Gadot, Charlize Theron, Susan Sarandon, Sigourney Weaver. Who has not played the evil queen in some kind of live action adaptation of Snow White? Interesting. I think we might have a 50-50 split here on answers. Pretty even. Yes, we do. We have an even split on answers. 4 teams said Sigourney. 4 teams said Susan Sarandon. There was a this was actually the one that was seared itself into my brain. But it was Sigourney was in a Snow White movie, but Susan Sarandon played like a riff on the evil queen in Enchanted, but she was not that evil queen, and it was not Snow White. It was supposed to feel like her, but there is a Sigourney. It's not called, is it not? It's not called Snow, or she's not called the evil queen, but it is called Snow White, and she has like, they gave her a name for some reason. All right, so let's take a look at our scores and standings here after one round. Yeah, I'm curious. We had even splits on that. Stroke of Genius with 2, Chris the Curator with 3, Welcome to Stallonely Island with 4, Ava Zimbobo with 6, and with 7 points apiece, we got Sterling Cooper, On Still Solo, Marley's Chains, and the Helsinki Syndrome. All right, so that brings us to our picture round. So the picture round today is all about, it's called Fall Classics. So the baseball playoffs are right around the corner. And then the World Series will be shortly thereafter. And so this picture round it's all about teams, movies where a real team goes to the World Series. I'll just talk through it. It's coming right down the pike here. A real team goes to the World Series either on screen or off screen. So like it may be referenced somewhere, or like they win the pennant and then they go to the World Series, or it's mentioned in the sequel that they've made it to the World Series in the first movie. All right. So for your job here is to name the team. Name the team. Don't name the movie. I've blurred the movies out. I've blurred out the titles for all of them, but that's just because I thought it might give you a little bit of an extra challenge. But don't name the movie, name the team. All right, and name the team that the film is the main focus of. Obviously 2 teams go to the World Series, but name the team in the movie, the main hero team. And for number 6, name the team that the main characters are fans of. All right. So I'm going to put 4 minutes on the clock starting now. And don't forget, I'm looking for the team names. These are all real teams. All right. So you got a little under 4 minutes. Also, some of these teams have undergone some kind of name change to varying degrees. You can just give me the either one, current name or what they were called in the film at the time of the movie. You got about 2 minutes. 2 minutes left for this round. Just about 1 minute left. Just about 1 minute left. Name these teams. All right, gang, we are about to start that timer. So if you have not submitted, or you want to change anything, now is the time to do so. Once that ticks down. All right, folks, I didn't hit the timer in the game, so I'm just going to lock it in now because time is up. All right, let me move. Where can I move? No, I don't want just me. No, thank you. Well, sure, that'll do, I guess. Fuck it, whatever. I don't know what's happening here. I can't figure out what's going on. All right, anyway, so you had these movies. Shout out to the team that canceled me for question number 1. Of course, I deserve it. It's Major League, and back then they were called the Cleveland Indians. So that is your first one. Number 2, that is A League of Their Own, which is the Rockford Peaches. The Rockford Peaches. And it's like they call it the World Series when the AAGPBL has their championship. They call it the World Series. So it counts. Number 3 is 8 Men Out, which is the true story of the 1919 White Sox, the Chicago White Sox. Number 4, they actually had to rewrite this movie because they filmed it in 2004. So they actually had to change it that the Red Sox did win the World Series, and they actually filmed at the World Series. So it's the Red Sox. Number what is that? 5. That is a million different names for this. California Angels is what they were called in Angels in the Outfield, but Anaheim, Los Angeles of Anaheim, however you wanted to do it. Let's see, what else do we have? Wait, let me show you. I'll show you the result. I'll just open up the results here. Next, you've got The Scout. The movie is The Scout. Next is Frequency. I'm sorry. The next movie is Frequency, which is not a baseball movie, but it centers heavily on the World Series of 1969. featuring the New York Mets. They are a fan of the New York Mets. They're not a fan of the Baltimore Orioles. Your seventh one is the Yankees. That's the Scout, and that's the Yankees, and we do see the World Series in that. And the last one is Rookie of the Year, which we don't see the World Series, but at the end he goes back to school and he's got a championship ring. So they do go to the World Series off screen. All right. So before we check out our scores, let's do our lightning round. And let's jump in. So back to school. A lot of the kids are back in school. You might be back in school if you're a grown up going to school. So it's not fun. It's not fall fun exactly, but it's fun for me that my kids are at school, I guess. All right. So name the titular fictional schools. Name the schools that are in the titles of these movies. Most of them, they are the title of the movie, actually. That the following characters attend: Jeff Spicoli, Mike Wazowski, Cadet Carrie Mahoney, and Will Stronghold. Where do those characters go to school? Back to school, back to school. 30 minute and 30 seconds on the clock for this one. Good luck. All right, gang. It's just about that time. I'm going to start the timer in a second. So make sure you send me your answer. Or if you got to change anything, now it's time to do so. 15 seconds on the clock. All right, time is just about up for this one. So let's check in on our answers and see what we've got. All right, so Jeff Spicoli, that is Sean Penn in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Mike Wazowski is Monsters Inc. or Monsters University. And Cadet Carrie Mahoney, that is the Goot, that is Gutenberg in Police Academy. And Sky High is Will Stronghold. There's been a lot of Kurt Russell lately. A lot of Kurt Russell happening. All right, so let's take a look at our scores and standings here as we head into the puzzle round. Let's see what we've got. We've got Stroke of Genius with 5, Stallone and Chris the Curator with 11, Sterling Cooper and Han Still Solo with 15, Marley's Chains with 17, and the Helsinki Syndrome and Avis and Bobo tied with 18. All right, so let's go back over to the movie theater and dive into our puzzle round. So our next bit of fall fun is Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest is coming up. And so this round is all about beer-centric movies, but they are being described to you via drunk texts from your friend who's had too much to drink at Oktoberfest and can't remember the names of any of these movies. All right, so here is, let me make myself tiny so you can see this. Your first one. Okay. What is that movie where the guy, the mustache guy, he's got this like cool car and Aunt May from Spider-Man is there and they got to smuggle beer before Ralph Cramden arrests them? What is that movie? What is that movie that your drunk friend is asking you about? What is that movie where the mustache guy, he's got this like cool car and Aunt May from Spider-Man is there, and they got to smuggle beer before Ralph Cramden arrests them. What is that movie? I'm drinking beer as well. I'm drinking beer in real life. You know, I'm going to put myself over here. Can I put myself over here? Oh, I can. Wonderful. Look at that. Alrighty, da-da-da-da-da-dee. Where is my timer? There it is. I know so this was if you look real close, it says ifaketextmessage.com that I hopefully I didn't somehow give all my information to Chinese hackers or Russian bots or some other xenophobic tech boogeyman. Because I don't know what that site is, but they default to Sprint. I could customize everything. I could customize like the battery power, but I could not customize the user. ifaketextmessage.com is in the pocket of Sprint. So I don't know, but it looks like an iPhone text, so that works. All right, so this movie with the mustache guy smuggling beer, hiding it from Ralph Cramden, that is Smokey and the Bandit. We're talking about Smokey and the Bandit here. So obviously your drunk friend, he or she they are going to describe the people incorrectly. They're going to describe them from other roles. They're drunk, and they're going to misspell some things. All right, so here comes your second one. Dude, I'm telling you, there was a sequel to this movie, but it was short. It was like a short-lived sitcom. No Belushi, but the pledge with the goofy hat and the dean were in it. This is true. Your drunk friend may be drunk, but they're right. Dude, I'm telling you, there was a sequel to this movie. It was like a short-lived sitcom. No Belushi, but the pledge with the goofy hat and the dean were in it. So yeah, check out ifaketextmessage.com. They're going to be the sponsor next season. I used it because I didn't want this was a late. I didn't want to Photoshop this. I didn't feel like doing all the Photoshop work, so I just found a questionable website. All right, so this movie, there was it was called Delta House. There was a short-lived sequel like a year after Animal House came out. Animal House is your beer movie. All right, your third film. Your third drunk text. Okay, so one of the grumpy old men is a drunk a-hole, and he gets paid to coach this the team. They suck, but then they good. Rorschach is in it as a kid, and Bad Santa's in the remake. So one of the grumpy old men is a drunk a-hole. He gets paid to coach this team, and they suck, but then they good. And Rorschach is in it as a kid, and Bad Santa's in the remake. Was this round inspired by my wife? No, it was kind of inspired by. I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know where I got this idea from. I wanted to do something with Oktoberfest, and I wanted to tie that in. All right. So this movie with the drunk a-hole, the grumpy old man is Walter Matthau, or Billy Bob Thornton, and we're talking about the Bad News Bears. The Bad News Bears is your movie. All right. Your next drunk text from your drunk friend. Number 4. I'm blanking, man. What is that movie? Not the zombie one, not the cop one. It's got Simon What's His Face, and he's trying to do this like beer mission in his hometown, but there's aliens. All right, so I'm gonna send the text again. I'm blanking, man. What is that movie? Not the zombie one, not the cop one, but it's got Simon What's His Face, and he's trying to do this like beer mission in his hometown, but there's aliens everywhere. I'm adding words to it now. Stay on script. All right, this time, what are you going to text your friend back? What are you going to tell them when they ask what this is? It is The World's End. The World's End, the third of the, it's not Shaun of the Dead. It's not Hot Fuzz. It's The World's End. All right, your next drunk text from your friend. What's that movie? South Park. No, wait, it's live action. They make a sport where you can drink beer during games, and the team is called the Beers. What's that movie? South Park. No, wait, it's live action. They make a sport where you can drink beer during the games, and the team is called the Beers. Alrighty, time is up for this one. It's that movie. Your drunk friend thinks it's South Park because it's got Trey Parker and Matt Stone in it, but it's not South Park. It is basketball. Basketball is your answer. All right, your next text from your friend. So this kid tries to buy beer for a party with a fake ID. It's got a stupid name on it, but it's okay because the cops just want to hang out and party with him. This kid tries to buy beer for a party with a fake ID. It's got a stupid name on it, but it's okay because the cops just want to hang out and party with him. Okay, I will say, yes, drunk friend capitalized Santa. That there actually was thought put into this. Believe it or not, there was. I actually thought about what your drunk friend would leave they would probably leave everything uncapitalized, but your phone would autocorrect Santa. Your phone wouldn't autocorrect bad, but it would autocorrect Santa to capitalize. So there was thought that I put into some of these. All right, so this one, pretty much everybody got it. It's Superbad. We're talking about McLovin here. We're talking about Superbad. All right, we got two more of these, and yes, I am I am method acting with my beer in hand. All right, two more drunk texts from your friend. Here comes number 7. This movie is based on a recurring sketch, but not from SNL. Okay, it's got Rich Moranis and the guy with the same name as the guy from the Wendy's commercials. They're these two Canadian brothers who like really love beer, and they uncover a mind control plot at a brewery. What is that movie? This movie, it's based on a recurring sketch, but not from SNL, okay? It's got Rich Moranis and the guy with the same name as the guy from the Wendy's commercials. And they're these two Canadian brothers who really love beer, and they uncover a mind control plot at a brewery. I will say I put thought into the Your friend is wasting your battery power. I couldn't change the time. I was trying either. Like you can change the battery power, but you can't change your time. I wanted the insinuation is that your friend is killing your phone with all these dumbass texts. Also, Rich Moranis, that's been a thing that's been stuck in my head and for most of my life. Rick Moranis was hosting SNL in like 1988, and it was on so long ago that there was still NBC radio. So they were promoting SNL, and the dude on the radio called him Rich Moranis, and that's how I think of him for the last like 30 almost 40 years, even though I obviously know his name. So I finally got to work Rich Moranis into something, thank God. All right, the curse can be broken now. All right, we're talking that movie. It's the McKenzie brothers, and their movie was Strange Brew. And now the last one, maybe the toughest one. Here we go. I guess this movie is based on a true story. One of the brothers who made Dumb and Dumber directed it. The guy from High School Muscle is in it. High School Musical. He's trying to sneak a bunch of beers to his friends serving in Vietnam War. So I guess this movie is based on a true story. One of the brothers who made Dumb and Dumber directed it. And the guy from High School Musical is in it. And he's trying to sneak a bunch of beers to his friends serving in Vietnam War. Cheers. A couple people know this movie. Hopeful, and they can text their friend back. All right, so yeah, this movie, your drunk friend is right. This is based on a true story, directed by one of the Farrellys, Peter Farrelly, or the one that made Green Book, and Zac Efron is in it, and it's called The Greatest Beer Run Ever. The Greatest Beer Run Ever is the name of that film. All right, so let's take a look at our scores and stand. I'm gonna leave this thing up here and just remind you that the championship's in 2 weeks. Let's see where we stand in the standings. What do we got? Stroke of Genius with 8. Welcome to My Still Lonely Island with 15. Chris the Curator with 16. Marley's Chains with 19. Sterling Cooper and Han Still Solo with 21. And Helsinki Syndrome and Avis and Bobo tied with 25. So that brings us to the double points round. And the double points round tonight is all about haunted houses. Haunted houses is your double points round tonight. All righty. So let's jump into our first question. Looking way more handsome than the real guy. Which 2 actors bearded up to play George Lutz in the original Amityville Horror and its remake? Your 3 options are Ryan Reynolds, James Brolin, Bradley Cooper. Look what I can do. I can go back like a little ping pong ball. Oof, Liberty 74. Phoenix 74, Liberty 49. It doesn't seem like they're going to clinch that series tonight. All right, so the original, the father of our boy, Brolin. We're Brolin in it, but Brolin Sr. in it. It's Brolin and Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds was in the remake, the 2005 remake. All right, question number 2. Which 2 of these series are spin-offs of the haunted house franchise, The Conjuring? Your options are The Nun, The Black Phone, and Annabelle. Which 2 of these are spin-offs of The Conjuring, part of the Conjuring universe? So cool. But they're doing there's another Conjuring movie coming out. Stop. Those two were frauds. Earl and Elaine, Ned and Elaine, whatever the fuck they. Who cares? They were frauds. All right. So the two, nobody fell into the trap. Nobody got this one wrong. It's the Nun and it's Annabelle. The Nun and Annabelle. They should team up. All right. Question number 3. Sometimes just getting out of a haunted house isn't enough. What are the names of the malevolent entities that follow Heather and Carol Ann in the Paranormal Activity and Poltergeist franchises? Are they the Tall Man, Reverend Kane, Toby? Those are your options. So they get followed. It's not just, sometimes you can just leave the haunted house and that's it. That's the end of it. But sometimes these SOB ghosts and demons follow you around. All righty. So from Paranormal Activity, the demon, his name was Toby. I think that's just the name that the little girls gave him. But in Poltergeist, you don't see this guy until Poltergeist 2. But it's Reverend Kane. The Tall Man is from Phantasm. That's the guy with the little sharp sphere things. All right, question. Oh yes, Lorraine Warren. Thank you, Ed and Lorraine Warren. Now the pieces. Fuck them though. They're frauds. Don't watch The Conjuring. All right, question number 4. Also, Annabelle wasn't this creepy, weird, ugly-looking doll. It was a Raggedy Ann doll. Question number 4. The first 2 Insidious sequels are simply numbered, but the 4th and 5th films ditch numerals for what pair of subtitles? Your options are The Red Door, The Last Key, The Other Side. What are the subtitles of the 4th and 5th Insidious movies? Yeah, there's Insidious, there's Sinister. Insidious 1 was good. I generally hate jump scares, but I do love the jump scare with the orange guy behind Barbara Hershey. Really well executed jump scare. All right, so the odd one out here, the incorrect answer actually is the subtitle of the first movie with Reverend Kane. It's Poltergeist 2, The Other Side. So that's it's not The Other Side, it's The Red Door and The Last Key are the 2 Insidious sequels. All right, we're halfway through our double points round. Here comes question number 5. Which pair of these haunted house movies star Kevin Bacon? Your options are The Haunting in Connecticut, You Should Have Left, Stir of Echoes. All right. When I last I checked, it looks like, oh no, okay. No, people changed their answer. I thought I tripped some people up. I thought I picked a good one. It's kind of somewhat of an art of picking the fakes, making the fakes a believable fake. But he is not in Haunting in Connecticut. He is not in Haunting in Connecticut. He's in Stir of Echoes, which is one of the best. I love Stir of Echoes. It's an awesome movie based on a Richard Matheson story. And You Should Have Left, I heard, is not so good. I have not seen it yet. All right. So question number 6. The first act of 1995's Casper features a slew of cameos from famous characters trying to rid a house of the friendly ghosts, not so friendly uncles, including which two of these? Winona Ryder as Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice, Dan Aykroyd as Ray Stantz from Ghostbusters, Don Novello as Father Guido Sarducci from SNL. Which two of those are in the film? All right, time is up. Interesting. More people got the one that I think is harder. I don't know if I've used it. I know I've used this before in a non like one that I've just done for the general public, the hoi polloi, but I don't know if I've used this on TMQ before. But it's wait, did I didn't do the timer here. It's Father Guido Sarducci and Ray Stantz. Father Guido Sarducci and Ray Stantz are your answers. All right, question number, are we on 7 already? We are. All right, changed for Kubrick's movie at the request of the filming location because they didn't want to like freak people out. It had something to do. They didn't want to either be bombarded with the room number. What are the 2 numbers of the hotel room where Danny is assaulted by a nude lady ghost in 1980's The Shining, and its source material and the miniseries? So there's 2 different. That same room has 1 number in the Kubrick movie, 1 number in the miniseries, a different number in the miniseries and the novel. So what are those 2 numbers? 217, 227, 237. So the fake out for this one was actually it was a sitcom in the 80s starring Jackie. It's not 227. That was 227 was a sitcom in the 80s. 217 and 237 is 217 in the book, and then when King made his own miniseries, he kept that number, but the hotel where they filmed Kubrick's movie asked him to make it a different number because they were getting bombarded with people wanting to stay in room 217 from just the book, so they didn't want to make it worse. All right, and your final 2-pointer. Which 2 turn of the millennium flicks were remakes of low-budget spook fests from 1959 and 1960 by king of exhibition gimmicks William Castle, the man who was the inspiration for the film Matinee? Your options are House on Haunted Hill, 13 Ghosts, and The Haunting. Oh, what the shit? Oh, never mind. You know what? This got messed up. Cancel me. I deleted a question. Hang on. I'm going to ask you it. I'll ask you the question as it's just, first of all, this is the answer. House on Haunted Hill and 13 Ghosts. Haunting is based on Haunting of Hill House. Let me ask you the question that the answers actually match. Let me see if I remember how it goes. What are the 2 things that prompt the main characters in The Sixth Sense and the others to realize they're actually dead? Here, I'm going to get rid of that so that I can, so that's confusing. Ignore the question. I edited it and missed that. What are the things that prompt the main characters in The Sixth Sense and the others to realize that they themselves are actually dead? A photo album, a wedding video, a seance. So that was weird. I made a mistake. This was a funny one. This was a goofy mistake. I wanted to stick with the William Castle one because William Castle is incredible. We'll talk about William Castle while the time runs out. Like, if you ever seen the Joe Dante movie Matinee about the John Goodman character who's like buzzing people's chairs and like flying skeletons around, that's based on William Castle, who would do like crazy shit, like it with the Tingler. The movie was called The Tingler with Vincent Price. Look him up. Very cool stuff. All right. So the answer to the actual question here is a wedding video and a seance. A wedding video tips off Malcolm Crowe, and it's actually a seance. The Nicole Kidman, the photo album tells her that the other ones are dead and ghosts, but not that she's a ghost. They don't find that out till they see a seance. All right. So with that goof out of the way, let's take a look at our scores as we head into the post-credits blitz. We got Stroke of Genius with 13, Stallone with 19, Marley's Chains 27, Chris the Curator 30, Sterling Cooper with 34, Han Still Solo 37, and still a tie atop the leaderboard with 39 points apiece between Helsinki and Avis and Bobo. All right, so that brings us to the post-credits blitz. I've got wait, where is this? Come on, there we go. 3 sets of questions for you. Easier one is worth 1, harder one's worth 2. Some of the easy ones are real easy tonight, so they're free points for the 10, or you can go for the 2. This one is take a hike. Take a hike is your theme for the last one. It's all about characters walking very, very long distances in movies. And here is your first set of questions. For 1 point, what mountain do Frodo and Sam take about 10 hours of screen time to reach in order to destroy the One Ring in the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Or for 2 points, what mountain do Bilbo and the dwarves take about 10 hours of screen time to reach in order to reclaim the Arkenstone in the Hobbit trilogy? So looking for the 2 mountains. Looking for the name of the mountain, not the land that it's in. The mountain itself, gang, the mountain itself, not where the mountain is. Because yes, the mountain is in Mordor, but the mountain is not called Mordor. It's called Mount Doom, and the other one is Erebor. Erebor, also known as the Lonely Mountain. So nobody put Erebor. You non-nerds. Come on. All right, here comes your second pair of questions. For 1 point, the easiest point you'll ever get in this show. Who are Dorothy and her friends off to see as they set off on a long walk down the Yellow Brick Road? Or for 2 points, whose body are Gordy and his friends off to see as they set off on a long walk down the railroad tracks in Stand By Me? Wow, someone did get the 2-pointer. I thought this is maybe the steepest gap between the 1 and 2-pointer that I've ever had. I think the ease of the 1-pointer and the difficulty of the 2-pointer. A couple teams have gotten the 2-pointer. Very impressive. Hey, no shame, no shade. If you got the easy layup one, you take those 3 points where you can get them. They are off to see the Wizard, of course, the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and the body. The body they are trying to see is that of Ray Brower. Ray Brower is the name of the dead teenager. I don't know how old he was in Stand By Me. All right, and your final questions of tonight's game. For 1 point, Chris McCandless heads out to ultimately end up in what state in the 2007 biopic Into the Wild? Or for 2 points, Cheryl Strayed heads out to hike what challenging West Coast path in the 2014 biopic Wild? So we got Into the Wild and Wild. And yeah, don't forget that I put the standings up on Instagram, a buzzer beater, right before tonight's game started. So I will declare a winner for this mini season after I tally up tonight's game. See what happens. All right, a couple teams did get the 2-pointer, which I also thought was a tough one. Kind of another steep gap between them, not quite as steep as the other one, but the answers are Alaska is the state and the Pacific Crest Trail. The Pacific Crest Trail is your answer. All right, so that brings us to the end. We are at the end of tonight's game. We are at the end of season 13. We did it. We started the season back in June or May. The longest season we've ever done, 12 episodes and a 13 coming, game number 13 coming in 2 weeks, as you will see when I put this back up on screen. All right, so let's take a look at our winners tonight. We did, man, they stay. Oh no, it's wow. We've had some shakeups here. So let's see what happens. We've got Stroke of Genius with 14, Stallone with 22, Marley's Chains with 27, Chris the Curator 32, Sterling Cooper 38, Helsinki with 42, Han Still Solo, and Avis and Bobo finishing out season 13 with a co-victory with 43 points. We'll see. I will do the audit as I always do. Make sure that all these points are correct and that our standings are correct, and we'll see who gets the Yaddle cards. I think we've got Yaddle cards already out to Han Still Solo, Marley's Chains, and Helsinki Syndrome. So someone's going to get another one, maybe, or someone's going to get their first one. I got to do the math and all that. All righty. So I will see you all in 2 weeks. When we yes, and can you change your double day? No, you have to stick to your double. That's part of the strategy. But if you haven't doubled, I think everybody's who's playing tonight has doubled, but if you haven't done it yet, I will automatically double you for tonight. So have an excellent 2 weeks. I look forward to, we'll have regular time, 9 p.m. on the 1st. We will have a big blowout. We'll have a good time and close out season 13 strong. I will see you then. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe. Watch the movies. Catch you later. McClunky.